6:49, taking a live look at the nation's capital this morning. The U.S. Senate is set to get a closed-door briefing today on the tragedy in Orlando. The mass shooting is raising some new questions as well in Washington about gun control and the fight against ISIS. It's also stirring quite the war of words between President Obama and Donald Trump over reactions to that terror attack.
Hi again and good morning, everyone. Thanks for waking up with the Valley today. I'm Lisa Bedeau here with Kyle Bosch. We're starting our nonstop news and weather to the top of the hour to help you plan your day. In our election 2016 coverage, a big surprise in North Dakota politics. Republicans have a new gubernatorial candidate this morning after the state primary. It's Fargo businessman Doug Burgum.
He easily beat Attorney General Wayne Stenehjem, who was endorsed at the spring state convention. Burgum and his supporters celebrated their stunning victory in downtown Fargo last night. Burgum beat Stenehjem with just under 60% of the vote. Now, in his victory speech, he said that he's proud to be the party's nominee and ready to unify Republicans before the November election.
This is an exciting night for the future of North Dakota, and it's a tremendous honor to have your support and your trust.
Burgum will face Democratic State Representative Marvin Nelson and Libertarian candidate Marty Riskey in November.
Fargo is waking up with two new city commissioners this morning. Former state lawmaker Tony Grinberg and Fargo School Board member John Strand were the top vote getters among the 11 candidates on the ballot. Grinberg pulled in just over 16% of the vote, while Strand had 15%.
They will replace Mike Williams, who hit his term limit, and Melissa Sobolik, who decided not to run for re-election.
6:51 now, and it's time to get a look at weather and traffic on the ones. We start with meteorologist Lisa Green.
Good morning today. Sun, scattered rain showers, and cloudy skies for us this morning. We're going to see that light rain continue throughout the morning hours, eventually moving off to the east, but it's going to be with us in the Eastern Valley for some time today. Here's a look at our temperatures. We're at 63 degrees, 62 in Grand Forks. So starting off pretty mild. You might even notice it's a little bit muggy outside as well. But temperatures aren't going to be doing much in the way of climbing today. We've got lowering visibility at times, a little bit of fog out there. You can see that on our sky cam here in Fargo, and some mist, and where the rain showers are falling, also seeing some lower visibility. Make sure you have those headlights on today. And temperatures into the mid 70s, even some upper 70s for highs, because we're going to see some clearing happening. Wind out of the northwest becoming northerly into the teens and maybe gusting higher than that from time to time here. So here's a look at our hour by hour planner to show you that clearing that's going to be working its way through the valley. By noon, some sunshine out in our far western counties, whereas in the east, still getting those scattered rain showers. Into the afternoon hours, a couple of pop-up areas of light rain, but we start to see some breaking in the clouds along the Central Valley, and later on into the early evening, expect some sunshine in the east with temperatures in the west rather, with temperatures in the 70s for us there. In the east, where we're stuck under the clouds all day long, we'll be stuck in the 60s as well again today. So a cooler there with a couple of sprinkles lingering into tonight. Eventually this system departs and we see things start to clear out just in time for your Thursday. So today a little more on the cloudy side, a chance for a couple of rain showers, especially this morning, highs in the 70s. Tomorrow, 85 degrees and mostly sunny. And as we look ahead toward the weekend, Friday looks pretty warm, 87, a chance for some storms, though, continuing into the day Saturday with temperatures in the 80s into this weekend. So for Father's Day, there's a chance for some storms, but hopefully we can get some sunshine in between for the day. But it looks like a pretty decent weekend in between those rain events. Let's check in now with Al for a traffic update.
Definitely a lights on morning with this light rain and fog that we're getting. It's very persistent and steady light rain right now. Westbound Interstate 94, we have a semi that just pulled over just west of 45th Street. Flashers on it, maybe just a quick stop, but make sure you're looking out for that. And really look out for a hunk of tire. It looks like a recap in the north lane, westbound I-94 right by 45th Street, between 42nd and 45th Street. A lot of traffic out here this morning. I-94 is really busy, and I-29 is really busy. Travel speeds around 60 or so. Remember, lights on this morning. Alamo Valley Today traffic.
6 minutes before 7, and turning back to our election coverage, Michael Brown has been re-elected the mayor of Grand Forks after a hotly contested race. He won with 61% of the vote to Terry Bierke's 39%. Brown was first elected in 2000. He's the city's longest running mayor. The controversial corporate farming measure is now a thing of the past in North Dakota. It was overwhelmingly voted down yesterday with 99,000 no votes.
If it would have passed, it would have allowed domestic corporations and limited liability companies to own and operate certain size dairy and hog farms in the state of North Dakota. Well, we have been following some breaking news for you all morning here on the Valley today. A desperate search in Orlando, Florida. Deputies are looking for a child who was dragged into the water by an alligator at Walt Disney World. This is a live picture of the continuing search this morning. Now, the 2-year-old boy and his father were waiting in the water last night when the alligator attacked.
The boy's father tried to wrestle his son from the grips of the alligator but failed. Searchers are using marine units, divers, sonar, helicopters, and even a trapper to find the gator. Authorities said 4 alligators have been removed from the water and euthanized to look for signs of the boy. A lawnmower accident has claimed the life of a school district employee in Valley City. Police say 51-year-old Todd Heck died Monday while mowing the grass at Hanna Stadium.
Heck was apparently killed when he was going uphill on his riding lawnmower. Police say that the mower tipped over and landed on top of him. Heck was trapped under the mower for some time. Officials say that he was dead when they arrived at the field. Grand Forks city leaders are urging people to take extra precautions to avoid being bitten by mosquitoes after a crow in Grand Forks tested positive for the West Nile virus.
The health department says to help reduce your risk of getting West Nile, you should use insect repellent that contains DEET. Limit outdoor activities between dusk and dawn. Wear long pants and long sleeve shirts when possible, and eliminate standing water around your home. Both Grand Forks and East Grand Forks were scheduled to spray for mosquitoes overnight.
If you're in need of some dental care, we've got some news for you this morning. Hundreds of Minnesota and North Dakota dentists will be volunteering their time to give some free care next month in Moorhead. It's the 5th Mission of Mercy, and it's being held at Concordia College July 22nd and 23rd.
It's happening at the Memorial Auditorium starting at 5:30 a.m. both days. The service will be provided on a first-come, first-served basis. Summer means a lot more fun outdoor activities, including one in downtown Fargo tomorrow night.
The Burger, Bourbon, and Beer Festival is going on, featuring 10 local restaurants and 1 local brewery. The Valley Today's Christy Larson is joining us live at Pound's Restaurant in downtown Fargo this morning with more on the event. Christy?
Good morning, guys. Yeah, it's going to be something really fun, especially since it's going to be in downtown Fargo. Just a fun community event for people to come out to tomorrow night. And I'm sitting here with Andrew Jason, and you're the editorial director of Fargo Monthly. You guys are putting on this for the 3rd time in a row, so I'm sure you're excited for people to come out.
Yeah, it's going to be a great time. Post-traumatic funk syndrome's planned, 10 restaurants, including Pounds, Mezzaluna, Ushers, Frank's Lounge, a bunch of others. Director will be doing beer sampling. We're going to have bourbon sampling, giving away bikes from Great Northern Bike Company. It's going to be an awesome time. We're just really excited. It's going to be a nice day out, too. Not too hot, not too cold. So, yeah, come out, enjoy it. BurgerFestFargo.com. Get your tickets today because it's looking like we're going to sell out.
And that's kind of what you guys are hoping for, because all of these restaurants are ready to make those burgers. They're ready to hand out those samples of beer and the bourbon. But who won last year? Let me just kind of ask that question, because I know I'm going to do some blind judging. But do you remember who won the burger contest last year?
Yeah, last year, Herd and Horns won. This year, I'm guessing we're going to have an upset. I don't know who it's going to be. I've seen the menu. It is delicious. So I guess everybody will come. We're going to have a judge's pick, and then we'll have a People's Choice Award as well.
So it'll be something fun where everyone can kind of take part in it, and I think it's kind of that friendly competition between the local eateries around here. Don't forget, we do have a link to the website up on valleynewslive.com. Just click on our hot button, guys, for those tickets.
Christy Larson reporting live for us. Thank you, Christy.
It was the chance of a lifetime for a West Fargo middle schooler who has quite the knack for cooking. Of course, we told you yesterday morning and talked live yesterday morning with Carter Casola right here on the Valley Today. He was one of 4 kids competing on last night's episode of Chopped Junior on the Food Network.
But his time in the spotlight was short-lived. Carter was chopped after the first round appetizer competition. But like he said, as he left the kitchen, it was a big win just to get on the show. And I'm sure that's not the last we're going to hear about Carter Casola.
He's already been to the White House.
Yes.
He's been on a national TV show. We've got big things coming from him down the road, and good for him. It was fun to watch him on the show.
It definitely was. Let's get our answer now to our question of the morning on Facebook. Today's question: the use of this item at weddings is up 268% since 2010.
The answer: photo booths. Remember, you can take part in our question of the morning. and our Valley News Live Facebook page, where you can always join the conversation.
Well, today, more rain showers on the way for us. Not heavy, and they'll be kind of winding down, too. And I want to point out, visibility has really dropped in the Fargo-Moorhead area this morning. You can see on our sky cam. So be careful as you're heading out on the roads today. We also have some low visibility in other places as well. All that moisture turning into some low-level clouds. Eventually, we'll get some sunshine this afternoon.
Thanks for waking up with us. More local news and weather right here in just 25 minutes.
Have a great Wednesday, everybody. We will see you tomorrow morning.